The Halton Housing Toolkit is basically a toolkit that will talk residents at Halton through how to deal with the welfare reform, whether it is changing homes because of under-occupancy or saving money. And basically the toolkit is just there to help them through it all.
When we looked at the impact of welfare reform on our business and our customers, we started to list what we currently do. And there's lots of good things we do. We provide advice over the phone, we do home visits, we provide leaflets, we signpost. But it's all a bit disparate. It's all in different places in the trust, and we wanted to provide something that actually put everything together in one place.
What we're hoping is that it will assist them in the budgeting, in managing their finances, but also providing them with information on things that they probably didn't know about. We're not just there to provide a home, we're there to actually provide the support and make sure that customers can actually sustain that tenancy and go on to achieve what they want to achieve and secure employment and, and just basically manage their lives.
I think it's a really, really good tool. From what I've tried of it, it's simple to use, easy to follow. So if they're looking for to see if they are actually eligible for the under-occupancy charge, they can just go in and do a calculation so they can find it. Again, if they wanted to move on Property Pool Plus, I've just seen you can go to a Property Pool website, and you can also go to Home Swapper. So I think it's an ideal, simple tool for the customers who've got access to the internet.
It's intelligent enough so it personalises based on the user's needs. So it learns if you've got kids, if you want to move house, your employment status, and then it kind of filters all the information based on those settings automatically and breaks everything down into tasks that you can save for later in a really kind of simple user experience.
We're linking up with the DWP, we're linking up with DirectGov, so it's providing them with a source of information and on a real variety of things. And it's recognising that if they can do this online, if they can access this online, they can do that at a time when it's convenient for them.
There is an agenda to digitalise many of the services that people currently access either over the phone or by going into offices and seeing people. So actually what we thought is, well, we can support customers on that journey by bringing in more digitalisation ourselves, giving them information in a different way and in a way that they can control. But it's also quite an empowering service because they can use the toolkit in a way that they want to. So they might use it for budgeting advice. As an example of that, rather than sitting and going through your finances with somebody you don't know very well about very personal information, they can actually record this and control it themselves, update it's relevant at a time they want to do it.
Halton have been kind of the ideal client for this kind of project because it allows us to build and achieve their goals as best as we can, so that we can kind of factor in things like pushing the technology forward and using these kind of less waterfall design processes so we can be agile and iterate quickly, which is kind of industry-wide research points to leading to the best results and the best designs and the best end product.
It basically covers any kind of problems that you may have within your accommodation, to be honest. Very self-explanatory, just breeze your way through there, to be honest. There's a lot of information on there that could be important to a lot of people.
The basic simplicity of it is absolutely fantastic, especially for older people to use, because we're not computer savvy. 6-year-olds could use a computer better than what I can, but it's there and it was easy.
I feel that it is easy to navigate. I think there's lots of information on there. What I am interested in is making sure from a customer perspective that they actually share that view, and I think it's really important that we test it with customers before we actually go live with it.
User testing is really important when it comes to developing any sort of website or an app or things like that, because you're making it for people at the end of the day. So you want to make sure that the work that you're doing is really working for them. And it means that we can actually see it in process and see how people are reacting to the site, whether it is that the content's not quite right or they don't understand how to do this or that, or maybe the site doesn't function very well, it doesn't flow properly. Then we can go back to the drawing board and make some changes.
Our fundamental rationale for designing this was for our own customers, but obviously, there are registered providers throughout the country who will be thinking about innovative ways in which they can provide the same sort of advice and support to their customers. It's quite possible that we've produced something here that could be introduced and replicated elsewhere, and we'd be more than happy to talk to colleagues at other providers about that opportunity.